Hello, and welcome to JPML English's presentation of the Wakajishi competition final table. Wakajishi for the boys. This is for the under 29 men's group of the Wakajishi. Jenn was concerned that she might have been saying that it was the women's version of this tournament throughout the week. But actually, this is the men's version of this final table. And now that I have tested to see that I am definitely my mic is on, I will turn that off. And I would also like to welcome to this first game of the broadcast, Corak, the
Hello,
inimitable
everyone.
Corak, inimitable, the legendary. I will be taking my cues from him on commentary. What a treat for me.
Hoping to see some great play. Of course, under 29. So these are younger players. Something you tend to see with younger players, they tend to be a lot more trained on AI. We might see some of those much more by the book plays. Of course, the study session is always important.
All right, that'll be something to look for. I'd look forward to hearing your analysis on what may have been more AI inspired or less AI inspired. All right, I think we are just into the delay, so perhaps Jenn can start us off on the feed and we can get into this first game. Pressing start. Commentators. So we've got Shota Akutsu. I think he is a recent M League addition. And Nagashima. I never remember his first name. Fukushima. That's why I don't remember his first name, is because I always get it wrong. It's actually Fujishima. And is that can't be I was gonna say, let's call her Haruka, because she's definitely not she's definitely not the girl who quit like 5 years ago, whose name I can't remember either. All right. Here we have a picture of, let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, he is the first ever winner of this tournament. That's why he gets shown prominently, and also probably why he gets put in the commentator. Also, he's obviously hugely famous as a M League player, a new addition to the M League players. If you do watch the WRC channel, you can see World Beach Pros, actually. You can see something done with him and Jenn. Here we have our first introduction, Takayama, currently in League D3. What do you call him? Takayama. I do not have a good way to read that. We'll call him Takayama Pro first. He's currently in the D3 league, and he will be starting off probably in the North seed, I'm guessing. Actually, that's not true. They have people sit down in a certain order that doesn't mess up the cameras, I think. So it's not necessarily northeast, southwest to start them off.
Yes, I was in there on that one. Yes, so I was on the study session. It was pretty intense. Awkward situation because I submitted a whole bunch of logs and a bunch of the other professionals were a little shyer, so I got a lot of feedback on my stuff.
Well, the greasy wheel.
One of those sessions.
Sorry, not the greasy wheel. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well done.
Always the advantage of being in the pro program is to get that type of advice. So
yeah, absolutely.
I at least felt it was productive.
Fantastic. Was he the only pro in it, or were there any other pros giving
we've
advice
had
also?
a few sessions across several different pros, and he hosted one of them.
Oh, okay. And was translating. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to read this as, no, I was going to say Watanabe, but that's not Nabe. What do you say? Watanabe? Yeah, let's go with Watanabe. Sometimes I manage to read names right. Other times I remember one half of the name from somebody else's name, and then I think of the other half that's not the way that one's read. But maybe that does mean cross the saucepan. Watanabe. He is currently in B1 League. So yes, not so surprising that he's made it this far. That is quite young to have advanced to the B1 League. Not sure if part of his advancement history includes any jumps via the Special League. Jenn happens to be in the Special League this season. And is looking for a possible quick route to B1 herself. But yes, it shouldn't be surprising that somebody in B1 League has managed to make it this far, especially in a group of other younger players who have not advanced as quickly as he has. So he will be sitting. Oh yeah, once again, we do not know exactly what their seats are. Who are some of the other pros that you've gotten some advice from, Corak? Did we lose
I'd
Corak?
honestly have to look it up because I'm always much more on the Mahjong more than the personalities.
Oh, okay.
There are definitely okay, how do you build hands? How do you defend? How do you push? That's really how I conceptualize the instructions. Of course, each individual person will have their own view on things, but overall, of course, a proper game is tying in all those ideas together and at least preferably putting your own spin in order to advance it.
Absolutely, yeah. And the name of the person giving it to is not necessarily that important. Speaking of names, we've got Coach on here, which is definitely not his full name. He actually has a personality outside of JPML. He's well known by his game, his name of nom de guerre, his artful name, Kochan. And so we'll call him adoringly Kochan. Currently in the same league as me, E3 League. So, no shame for him 30 years from now when he's in the same league as me. Kochan, where? Let's see. He's done some work. Let's see if I can. There's Quizknock. For those of you who can't see the comments, we had a very helpful comment from Quizknock, it looks like. Tsuk. Oh, Tsuk. Yeah, okay. Tsuk Governor. Thank you for that comment. And yes, very knowledgeable to have known that he came from the quiz show Quizknock. Fumiya Watanabe. See, that's the Nabe that I was really looking for. The first time I thought I had Wata right, but then they threw in a different Nabe. Maybe this they're using simplified Chinese sometimes in Japanese. Watanabe. So we've got two Watanabes at this table. He is also in the B leagues, and again, pretty large accomplishment to have made it up to B2 league while still being eligible for the under 29 league. Oh yes, it's going to be confusing. We might have to call these guys by their first names. This is Fumiya Watanabe, and I believe the other one was Koshiro Watanabe. Maybe I bet Jenn is going to get their names up there, and then we'll probably start referring to them by their first names, which you will be able to see in English. And here they go. They're getting seated, getting set. They will have already established their seating positions. and probably who is the starting Oya, starting dealer. This looks like the standings for them coming into the final table, I'm guessing. Let's see. Where are there the names of these players having all right, that was these. I guess that would have been the semifinals. This looks like that would have been the quarterfinals. This is the semifinals. And you see who is coming in strong. God, my eyes are all. I really need to get reading glasses.
Yes, and the oranges are the ones that are eliminated, and the blacks are the ones that look like they advanced.
Oh, there we go. Kochan. Kochan sneaking in with a minus. Oh, okay, that was the top check. Right. Hadn't got my analysis of those in yet. But here they go. You see in the background, the referee is going to be Fujiwara. I forget his first name. Fujiwara Takahiro. A long time referee and general tournament pro at running tournaments for JPML.
All right, well, let's look at these hands. Takayama is first dealer here. Ooh, looks like a pretty strong hand. Possible 789 Sanshoku in there, looking very strong. Can also, of
Only
course,
one.
accept a Dora. This is a
He's
nice
only
little
one tile
Pico
away there.
draw. So actually very close already. The 3-1 helps a little bit. Looks like a pretty regular hand. Standard Pinfu. This is similarly standard Pinfu, but a lot of tiles around Dora also has one Dora. Maybe you can get an Ipeco Dora 2 in there. But I feel dealer probably has the best hand at this point.
Looks like there was another 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku in, was it Koshiro's hand?
Well, Chun pair, so maybe you might get Chant out of all of this.
That helps with the outsideness.
Pair up, now Ishanten.
Would like that 8 of dots.
Hatsu, will you just go for the Honitsu? I like the 2-pin, and that's where the hand goes immediately. Thinks about it, says, nah, we don't need to be that greedy just yet.
You might be thinking about all pairs.
You see the 8 get thrown back, not greeting for the Ipeco. Dora draw here. It's one of those situations where you draw the Dora and go, that's not quite what I wanted, but I guess I'll take it. Haku pair up.
Pair.
Well, now I think you just have to go for the 2-pin.
No
Yeah,
kidding,
you
and that's
may not
another
get
dragon,
you may not get to the Honitsu, but I mean Daisangen sounds cool.
right? Daisangen, maybe even Shosangen.
More likely Shosang. Now, 8-mon's a really interesting draw because you can kind of hedge the Ipeco going like 1-3-mon, and that's good to the play here. You also have Tanya routes, especially get that 7, you got this loose 9. 7 here is a great floater, but the question is how much do you want? And the answer is let's keep the 4 and the 7 as floaters and try and figure it out later. And the 9's a
Completes the
huge
Sanshoku.
draw. This is Ishan 10, confirms the Sanshoku, and even locks it in there with the 9 Sokat. 9-pin is going to do anything, especially having cut the 8 earlier. 5, okay, well, there's your upgrade. 6, now, you don't really want that. 2, so no. And always feels sad when you have that 1, 2, 3, and then another 1, 2, 3 in the pond. Ishanten here with a 4-pin draw. 5, well, it's a pair.
Another pair?
Ugh. I kind of just want to go Chun here. Mainly because I don't know what to do with this hand. The 5 is already one cut, so it's a pretty bad tile unless you're going Chitoitsu. But yeah, it does go with the Chun.
And it doesn't get
It is
pwned.
also passed. We have Tempai, Richi, Sanshoku waiting on 3-mon.
Interesting choice. He doesn't wait for the possible outside hand. He would, of course, have a Yaku with the Sanshoku. Doesn't need to reach to be able to win.
8-mon gets pushed, and that is Ishanten, keeps the shapes, and that looks more like a fold. Gets a 3, but it's the wrong suit. 3 so. 3-pin, wow. 2-pin, okay, there goes the 3-pin again. Of course, Genbutsu now. Tone pair up. Now Ishanten for that Chitoitsu Dora 2. 7, another pair. Just going to throw a Kargiri at the 7. Draws a 7, throw a 7. And that's just a fold. Gives up with the 8. Speaking of 8s, does get thrown here. Of course, Kimbutsu to the Riichi, not that dangerous. Unless someone else has a surprise ready for you, but you don't expect that. 6-mon comes out, just continuing to fold here. West, still Ishun-10. You want to throw the West here. It is a dealer Riichi, which never feels great.
Yeah, he had already thrown safe with the 2 Hatsus before. I feel like he is committed to giving up, and why? He just
Oh,
keeps
that
getting
would have been the
dented.
Tempai. Tempai onto
Ay,
the
ay,
Dora,
ay.
but no, still Ishun-10. I feel
Of
this
course, to
hand
get
wants to cut the 1-so, but gives up on the Sanchoku, and is just trying to convince himself whether it's worth doing.
well, he throws a safe 6 of dots. Yes, safe 6 of dots for the moment.
So, well, there was your Chanta upgrade. It would take a while to have gotten there.
Right, and who knows how much the other hands would have progressed in the time that he wasn't reaching
Yes,
there. So
especially dealer bad weight. I really like the Riichi, even with a Yaku here, because you just don't want them to be able to fight back.
once again,
And
Isha.
maybe lucky you see the 6 come out, someone throws the 3 because it's Suji. They see a lot of 2s and 4s, and maybe you pick off the win. Ideally, Sumo, of course. There's the Ishunten there with the 2-mon cut.
Throwing dangerously if
Oh,
he.
no. Well, that's Ishunten back for a regular hand again. Oh,
Oh,
there's
oh,
the
and
dealing
the 3 is
style.
the pair. So that's not going to come
Pairs
out.
it up. Now Tempai. No Yaku, I believe.
Another pair
I
for
feel
Fumiya.
Chun's the normal cut here. It is 1 out, but your alternative is 9-mon, I guess. I feel this is a do I want to push this hand? And I feel if you're going to push, you could probably throw the Chun. And if you're not, just get out. Well, this is interesting. Could go Haku Haku here, even. It is
There's
live. When you have a pair, it's not quite as scary. Throws the 4.
thinking 4 was thrown earlier. Thinking about, oh no, 2 was thrown earlier. Thinking about going for Tempai if he can get there. He
Oh,
gets
just draws it. This is Honitsu,
waiting for the
Yakuhai, Yakuhai
3-6.
Dora, 3-6 Sodama,
Will the dealer?
and it's worth
Oh, okay, no.
Tempai, and that's it. But we see 3 players Tempai, and Kochan will pay out the 3,000. And sees, well, that 3-mon was not so great, and, sorry, Fumiya-san ends up paying out. I think the graphic on the bottom was wrong.
All right. So
Ooh,
Takayama
Haku
will.
here. This may just be call and go. You don't need anything fancy here. Maybe a Honitsu. Those are really good Honitsu shapes. This is a slow, boring Pinfu.
With 1 Dora
Very disconnected. 5-so pair up. This is a slow Pinfu Tanya. Oh, there's the Peiko. That's actually Ishan-10, I believe.
and a completed triple, yeah. At least Yanshan, maybe Ishan 10.
8-so. Well, you can't really get Sanjiku, so I think the 9 just has to come out. Oh, well, that's just Tempai. It's also Chitoitsu Ishan-10. I think I just want to reach the 9 and just wait on the Dora. Nope, going to reach the 5, waiting on the 8, figuring people will not have enough to be able to defend with. But it is called to break Ipatsu, and the 2 is thrown. Needs the Suji, but needs the other side.
It is really early.
5
Another
breaks
thing,
shape nicely. Gets the 7, so that's not it. Chun, I mean, that hand's good enough to just shove.
another thing I was thinking about with the younger players is that I think you're going to see a lot more aggression.
Certainly can be.
certainly in these first two hands.
Oh, there's another 8. That's gonna be very loose in this hand, but it may just be folding, so probably
So
not gonna come out immediately.
not for a while. So far, both
Natsu,
reaches.
there's a call. That's Tempai. This is 5 so, 8 so.
And we have a battle brewing. Watanabe Fumiya will start throwing away or
And
giving
he
up.
steals in Dora 1 with the Hatsu, so that is 2 Han. Because it's dealer with 1 Homba, and with the sticks in the middle, nice little pickup there to 35,200 is Takayama in a reasonably good position here, and we'll have another dealer turn.
That was Honitsu, just
It was
Honitsu
not
Nomi.
Honitsu. There was a 5, 6, 7 chi, I believe, in Manzu. The rest was Sozu.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the points got to the way they were. Had to have
Yeah,
been
just one Dora and the Yakuhai. The Honitsu
okay.
was
Yeah.
8. Ooh, Chun pair, Tone pair, very callable hand. The question is, can you get any extra value out of it? Ooh, is a great starting hand. 5 mon. This is an above average starting hand too. 4, 5, 6 Sanchigo, maybe a 3, 4, 5 in there. 8 pin, not really that useful, but these are reasonably good hands. Reasonably good starting hands. I'm not going to complain about most of these. The awkward part of this hand is it has that 1. You have a 1 through 3, 4, and the 1 is Dora. So you don't ever
Really?
really want to give it up, but it's going to be so efficient to do so. You see the floating 1 in this hand as well. 2
I think he
mon,
does
just going
have
to float open to draw one.
5 pairs at the moment. So
Oh, 2
1,
mon, the
2.
perfect
Oh,
draw.
okay. Yeah, no kidding.
Can't complain about that. So you can get super greedy with an 8 pin, or you can play standard and cut the 3 so.
The standard Pinfu play there. Not
Yeah, it's
trying
not
for the
greeting the
Ipeiko.
Peiko. It's a very greedy play to take that lie. This is definitely the normal. When you have a Dora, Riichi Pinfu Dora 1 is almost always good enough.
And you've got the 2 open-ended weights. Generally, you're going to want to err on the side of the easier to win shapes than the
Slightly more valuable ones, yes. 2 pin, not going to do anything here. Tune, that doesn't help this hand at all. This hand had potential, but it's not going anywhere. Or you see
load
the Tune
down.
Call be a Honitsu? Yes, it is. Still a distance away. Oh, well, that just Tempai. Riichi Dora 1, 2, 5 mon. As Fumiya will call Riichi here. Good weight. Not going to complain about that. 6. This is now Ishun 10 as well. The 9 improves the hand here. Not going to shove the 6 mon just yet.
Many of the 5s are already out in people's hands. Takayama has 2 and Kochan has 1.
Well, the problem here is the most efficient cut by far is the 1, but 1 is Dora. It never feels good to shove it here. And just throws the 4 back. 2 so pairs up can now call the East. Would make that hand Mangan Tempai. 9 pin actually looks pretty safe here. It is. You just see the 8s, but there are 3 of them. Nope, not going to push it. It is right by the reach. Oh, just
Oh,
draws the
Tenpai.
East. This is Tempai 5-8.
Oh,
But the other
nice
5 is
timing.
drawn. Reach Sumo, Dora 1.
Some fantastic timing for Watanabe. Would have been a tough spot to have thrown into a Hanima or a Mangan there. Onitsu and 2 value tiles.
Yes, and well, it's a long time joke that the JPML Honitsu, when you're going for any sort of value because of the strict rules, that
Uh,
an easy way to make value just call honors and Honitsu.
there you go. Yeah, that is a valid strategy.
All right, looks like a Riichi Nomi type hand, not a great one. This is a Pinfu type hand, maybe 1, 2, 3 Sanjiku in there. This is a painful hand, but reasonably so. You have the 6-0, maybe connect to the 4-0 Dora later. And this just looked like it's Itsu. You have that floating 4-0, so I don't think you immediately commit to the Chinitsu, but there's a route to Itsu Dora too. 9-so Anko moves the hand forward. 6-pin moves this forward, but again, you're not really seeing any value. Trying to greed towards the discriminate Sanshoku. Shaw not going to do anything, just throws it back. Hatsu, going to hold it for now, see if you can get any movement towards the Honitsu. I imagine the Penchon, you could also go 7-pin here, but just go ahead and cut the 2. 5 connects to the 6. Now you have that Dora acceptance. Speaking of Dora acceptance, had the Dora. Now you have a 5, so it's a Rama block. And there's another 5-6. This seems like common shape now. 9 Mongody, hell with a 6-7-9. 7-pin pair, and I have a 4-5-6-7-7-9. A lot of ways you can do that. Maybe Tanya even.
Just moving towards Honitsu.
Well, if you can get there, it's definitely your value route. 8 Mon, and the 4-6-8. You want to go maybe just Tanya with that. Maybe cut the 1-pin next turn to the 8-9. Well, that's just Tempai going to take the Ricci here. It is a Ricci possible Dora 1-so, 4-so, 4-so being Dora, and the discard will be broken there. Calls the 7, throws the Haku. Of course, there is not Ipatsu, so you're not actually breaking Ipatsu, just trying to advance the hand. Oh, Dora
nice
drawn.
Draw.
Ishan 10. Get to 4, but it's the wrong suit. Need the 4-so. Seven. Well, that is not the ideal draw. And with a 7-pin pawn, the 8-9 of Wilson looks a lot worse.
Good chance they're probably just going to give up now. And that
Dora draw, Tempai waiting on 7-mon.
Continuing towards a possible Honitsu.
Well, another Dora just shoves it.
Throwing into
Deals in.
Fumiya.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but thanks. Ricci Dora 1. Fumiya will gladly take that.
Putting some wind in Fumiya's sails as he goes into his turn as dealer.
Jumps into the first place off of that, and as mentioned, will be dealer here in East 3.
Kochan felt committed, apparently. Just was not going to hold on to that Dora. Didn't feel like changing his weight.
Had Tempai, and it would have required a lot of maneuvering, but you could consider pushing the 8-mon there, because if you can get the 2 Dora in that hand, there's so much value.
Right.
Palmon, 2,000 in the stick.
The 8
hard.
Right, the 8 had just passed, so they could have, at least that would have passed. You didn't know about the 6. So Kochan
takes the Tempai. Ooh, 3's a great draw there.
Filling in a gap.
That's the 6. This is 3 fills the Penchon there. Actually, a decent hand. This has 2 Dora, but it feels reasonably so. I actually don't like the 1-so cut because I want to fish for it in a hand like that. But going in and holding the Yakuhai for now. East comes out. 8 better floater than Hatsu.
Takayama with the triple of the West. That is his seat wind.
Nope, there's Dora draw. It doesn't really fit, but I mean, if you can get something connect to it, you have a 79 Sanshoku with the Dora. 8, so possible 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku later, potentially. 2-pin. Well, that doesn't help at all. Just going to throw the 9-mon. 4. This is Tempai Bitonki. I can't imagine you reaching this.
So take the Dama. With Shaw, there is a Yaku there.
Oh, now that 7 doesn't. You have the Peiko route. There's also Chitoitsu route. Now the 8-so is a very important tile. The problem is that 8-so is also the Dora indicator.
Right, there's one less of them.
We'll go ahead and Ricci here. This 9-mon's a pretty disgusting weight. But gets chased immediately on the 1-4. All of a sudden, the 9 is not quite the amazing trap it looked like before.
No kidding. Yeah, a little bit of regret probably in Takayama. Takayama for reaching on that 9.
Well, this would be the alternative, is waiting for the tune. I feel regardless of what had happened, you're going to end up taking one of those two Richis.
And there it would have been. I'm not sure we would have thrown it.
Yes, 9 Mon versus 1 4 Mon.
Kochan playing safe, so Q-Mon is not likely to come out from his hand.
There's the 1 Sumo reach. Sumo Pinfu.
Fumiya will just draw it himself, and that is huge because I'm
Oh,
sorry, that
no
was Koshiro.
Pinfu. That is just reach Sumo. That is the north seed. So the pair was the seat win. So just Richi Sumo gets the 2 sticks though, and at 32,800. I'm a bit of a fight for first place here. Kochan a bit behind though, and will be dealer here at East 4. Hi, tips in the chat.
Hey, Tips and Tricks is here. A fan of Kochan.
Well,
Kochan having
leads
dug
the
himself a hole.
hand, and this is a reasonable hand. I'm not going to complain about this. It has a Dora, has pretty good shapes, can accept a second Dora, maybe going Peiko. This had a whole bunch of pairs, maybe going Chitoitsu. This couple
Finding a
Anko,
triple.
an Anko and 3 pairs. You start dreaming Su Anko. Talk about how hard it is to score in JPML A rules, but I mean, you get a Su Anko, you're just set.
That would be a huge way to start off the first game.
There's an Anko on the Tumon. Tone, then as the East pair up, it is, of course, still the round wind. 4 will allow a shift up. 5 is a pair. It's actually Ishanten for Chitoitsu as well. Second
Another
Anko.
triple.
Okay. Penchon filled.
We have a little bit of excitement here.
Okay, just going to take the wider Chitoitsu Ishanten.
Does Koshiro pwn when he gets his first shot at pwning? No more Dora acceptance for Kochan.
I kind of just want to pass the first one. But
He is
there
still
is our
lacking
first
another
call.
pair.
We'll go ahead and call here. The plan here is just win the East. Because there's any real value there for Fumiya.
Oh, he's committed to the all pairs. He does not accept the open-ended weight around the Dora.
9 so does nothing here. Just gets thrown. 6 pin or 7 pins. Not that good, especially with 1 out. We'll hold it though. 4 on. You figure some of these other honors have to pair up at some point, but nope.
Just keeps not coming.
4. There's not really a Sanshiku, so I think throw it back. 9 still useless here. There's
Many
the
people's
Hatsu,
hands.
not getting the improvement. That is Tempai. This is waiting on the East. Speaking of,
Might come
and there
out.
it
Then there it
goes.
is.
Nothing
So
fancy, just
Kochan,
move things along.
a quick end to Kochan's dream of winning a few points back in
We'll
the
have
East
to do
round.
it in the South round, presumably in all last. We'll be dealer at that point. We're into South round now. Takayama is dealer here, currently in 3rd place, but certainly within range of first.
Top 3 players all just a few points away from each other, having mostly taken from Kochan.
Yes, and of course, it's worth remembering there is floating UMA in JPML A rules, so Kochan definitely, if nothing else, wants to drag someone else down. Well, look at these hands. There's a
Good
little
point.
Fumiya Sanjiku in there. Bunch of loose honors. Once the honors are gone, the hand's workable. Until then, it's annoying. The 3 pin fills in the penchant very nicely. 2 pin Anko now. This feels very Tanyao. I think I would have gone with the hot 2, but instead throws the 8. One show pair up. Ugh. Ends up cutting the pen shot. That's one of those where you look and you go, that's not the tile I wanted, but okay.
Try to do something with it.
Okay, this is the reason not to throw the 1 so if you really believe in the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but hey, if you can get it, great. That
Oh,
9 mon moves us
perhaps the
towards Itsu.
straight.
9 pin. I mean, it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Not ideal, but does at least use. Ooh, that's the tile you're looking for. Fills the
Wow.
penchant. Now very whitey shunten. With a lot of Itsu draws, you can never pair up one of those floaters. Speaking of pair ups, the 3 pin pairs up, but now you kind of look at the hand, the hesitation there. What do I do? Just got the 1. 6 isn't going to really help. 2 so, okay, that's just going to be a Ricci. I believe
His
that's
turn
Ricci
as
Dora
dealer.
1.
He would once again like to make the other players think twice about pushing.
Oh, 2, 5, 8. Yeah, yes it is. Well, I'm just going to come out, and you can see here that Kochan wants to fight this, but you have to get Tempai first. Oh, well, which Tonki do you want? We'll wait on Dora Tonki. This is Ricci Itsu Dora 2.
He can only win on the Dora, whereas the other reach has the 258 all
Yes.
available.
Ricci Dora 1 or Dora 2.
Another one of them goes over here.
If you're Kochan, you definitely want to see the 2s and the 8s get into the other ads. Oh! Of course, if you'd have taken the 4 away, you would have dealt in on the Dora, so it's definitely the correct play.
Waiting on 2 Dora left in the deck. No, there's only one
There's
Dora
only
left in the deck.
one, yeah. Only takes one, but you have to actually hit it.
Nobody else is going to be throwing it.
No.
The other players have definitely just given up. Something pretty crazy would have to happen for those to come out.
Yes, feels like it's 5
This one.
between the 2 Richis at this point. 9 close, but still not it. And 258 versus 5.
There aren't 8s anywhere. Where are the 8s? I guess
There are a
there's a
few
couple on the board.
discarded. Yes. Five pin, not the right one.
So I think there's one more 2, one more 5, and one more 8 in the deck.
No, he might be
If
dead walled for all we know. Another 2, but again, it's the wrong suit. Turns out it might have been a Sajiku Doko if it played that way. Ishanten here to maybe stack in and get through the 3.
Can find that discard.
Chun isn't it?
And we are
The wall
almost at
just
the
gonna
end
run
here.
out. Bit unfortunate for Takayama, and Kocha's gonna look at it and go, "Uh-oh, that could have been really bad for me."
Dodged a bullet. So Kochan netting a few points.
Yeah, the classic plus 500 Rishi. It never feels good, but it's better than losing the hand.
Right. And there's still a chance to grab that reach stick back on this
Yeah,
next hand.
there's 2,300 in the pot, so especially a top 3 should just be going for almost any hand. If you can add value along the way, great, but you really want to win this one.
It is such
Ooh,
a
4,
tight
5, 6. Well,
game.
that just looks like a Pinfu Dora hand. Reach Pinfu Dora 1, 3 mon would really help. This is maybe a Honitsu in Manzu. It's not great. Chun. Well, that's the best of the choices I've seen so far. Just call the Chun, get out of here. Tuso, great draw.
Filling any
Completes
gap.
that Kanchan. Hatsu pair. Maybe you are just going towards the Honitsu, but you have that 4-5, so it's unlike. I think you just call anything and try and get the quickest hand. 3 moves that hand forward, extends the shape in Kinzu with a 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 9. 8, no, that's not going to help. 8 pin, I mean, it is a better Ishan-10.
Kochan has quite a distance to go towards Honitsu. I feel like, well, he did get his tune, so now he can just
Yeah, just
run away.
Ishan-10. You don't really want to throw this Dora, but this is the other part of the pot being 2,300. If you get Tempai, this is one where I think you just have to throw the Dora anyway, which is not normally something you do.
Could
So
still
the
get
hand
something to.
forward. There's the call, and yeah, not going to get rid of that 4-5 anytime soon. Not going for the hold. It's just want the Yakuhai Dora 1.
Fumiya will
Ryumon,
also be satisfied with small points.
Torso. Yeah, you might as well. Go ahead and shift it up. Of course, also clears the one so to come out here. 3. Well,
Oh,
that's
and
the
that improves the
perfect
shape.
draw.
And use
Of course,
Dorda
it is
and has a
awkward when
better
you have
shape.
the 3-4, but there's also a 2-pin pole, and we see a Con. Of course, there's no Condora. 7 so. Hands now completed Sozu shape and a pair, but a whole bunch of floaters in the other suits. And there's the West. It is called Tempai 3-6. And we see all those 3s and 6s and manages to avoid it. It's a very tempting thing to throw the 3 there. Oh, well, you have a 3-so and a 6-so in your pawn, so not really buying that.
I think Takayama might be leaning towards giving up.
That is what I think is going on there. That's I'm done. I see multiple people with 2 calls, including one who's showing a ton of foo.
I think this is going to be a battle between Kochan and
Koshiro, most likely.
Koshiro, yeah. Keep forgetting which is which.
We'll switch
Kochan.
the quote-unquote safe tile to the south. Ooh, 4. Now that's an interesting draw.
Oh,
'Cause now you're
tempting
incentivized
again.
to throw 1, 2, but you are potentially Furi 10. And yeah, we'll just throw the 2 for now. Not gonna fight this. 6-so is definitely a fold.
Interesting. Kochan's still not Tempai.
Yeah, still Ishan 10.
Another deuce.
Well, and the thing is, it's one where you feel a little bit sad because if you'd have thrown the 1 the previous turn, then you could have shifted this towards Tanya. But there we see the 1, and just going for the Honitsu says, forget this. You're on a Pinzu weight. I know you're on a Pinzu weight, so I am not going to mess around with this.
Interesting. I would not have found that path myself.
That is definitely something I've been known to do is, you know what? I don't know what you're waiting on, but I know what the danger zone is, and it's not this other suit. So we're getting rid of that.
All right. Will the play work out?
It's really hard. Of course, you don't have much defense if you do end up Tempai here.
The last 2 of dots not going to his hand. That last 2 of dots went to Takayama's hand.
6.
So, and he does get the Tempai.
Gets the Tempai. 8. So, well, this hand just folding. It's not happening. And it is a 3-mon wait for the dealer here.
Koshiro in a bit of a spot. Not really a lot of tiles to throw away from. Should he want to should he want to give up?
Yeah, Richi Dora 1. 3-6 is definitely the best weight here. We see the tune coming. Not giving up on the 7 just yet. There's the 5, still in the danger zone, but that's not it.
You can see half the threes. No.
Well, now we have to make a decision. Are we just gunning the south here, or are we going to shove? The 7 is potentially Fury 10, but I don't think you're worried about that at this point. You're worried about not dealing in and getting tempai. The problem here is if that south deals in, it could deal into an absolute monster with the 3.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to dig a hole any deeper than he's already in. He'll throw
Just
the
shoves
7
the
of
7.
dots.
There's the south. He finds out it clears the very next turn.
Oh,
3,
and the
uh-oh.
3.
3 is the deal-in
Uh-oh.
tile. 6 is actually safe here.
Oh, the 6 did come out earlier? Oh, he throws
There
the
goes
3.
the 3. Deals in. Ricci, Dora 1. There was a 9 in the pawn, so the argument for the 6 is reasonable there over the 3, but instinctually you always cut the 3. Still, it is something to think about here, and Takayama will gladly take that.
That
38,200, now way out in front.
propels him into the lead. Pushes Koshiro down below 30,000 too, also very significantly, although he will still have another turn as dealer. Currently, all players still with their last turn as dealer.
Yes, we are
Talking
in
about
South 1,
extending his turn.
2. Whole bunch of Sozu tiles, but doesn't look like enough to be Honitsu. Maybe an Itsu if you say draw a 7-so or a 2-so, but I think you just play efficiency to see what happens. Especially with
He
the
does
Dora.
have,
Ricci plus 1 is good
yes,
enough.
completed run and
Double
including the
South
Dora.
also has a 3-pin to potentially sort of 2-pin Dora. The floating 1 actually throws the 4 here. That feels like a Chinitsu commit. And this hand just has West pair and Hatsu pair. I feel that's just a call and go. If you get Toy Toy along the way, great. And if not, you get Honitsu. There is the double south.
Koshiro will go for it. Says, I've had enough of this below 30,000 crap.
Well, was in a good position until the deal in, so wants to get back up. 3-pin pair up, now Ishan 10.
One away from ready.
Really the tile you wanted, but I mean, you'll take Tempai if you get there. Love to be able to move this towards Toy Toy. And there's the 7 who will be cheat and cuts the 4 here. Really wants to
Probably
move this towards the Honitsu. Can't brute force it, but trying really hard. Oh, and there's another 7. Moving it towards the Toy Toy. Would
has
love
the
to see the
option.
last 7 pin. Oh, there is the last 7 pin. So it is completely bricked for now.
Needs the 7 or 8. He can also get Tempai with the 6 or 9.
Yes, would be significantly cheaper, but you definitely take it. Oh, well, that may actually. No,
Nope,
okay.
he does not take the pair.
Does not. I might have just switched to Toy Toy. But there is the 9, and yeah, holding that 7 wants the Honitsu here. Another Dora. Ooh. This is also Chitoitsu, so I think you just take the Ishunten for Chitoy.
Another
And
pair
there
for
goes the
Koshiro.
7. Would much prefer the 2 call. 2-mon and call ability. Speaking of, has a very good chance of coming out later. And yeah, you want to get rid of those lower Pidzu because they're scary at a Chitoitsu hand. Because you
Probably
know
going to
they're
be
just
hard to
never
use.
coming out. You have to
Right.
draw it.
Unless you can see a weird kabe or wall. Yeah, there's really no way you can expect those to be coming out.
Pay isn't going to help. 5-mon isn't going to help. 6 so is now an
Another
Onko. The
6.
hand's not good. You can throw the 5 here. I think it's reasonable. But you have to make a decision. You're also going to throw the West.
He's got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, the hand is not good. There's a ton of value potential, but you have to keep drawing things. So that's really a decision that's being made here. Yeah, it cuts the
Pawn
4.
is
It's very much halfway in between the 2 options. There's the 2-mon. Now Tempai. This is double south Toy Toy. 3 8-pin.
Not the most ideal weight,
I don't know.
especially
I
given.
think the 8-pin looks really good. It's unfortunate that they're tied up with the Chitoitsu hand. You see all these 7, you think the 8 looks great here. And it does look great.
Tough.
Unfortunately,
It's part of a 7 pairs hand.
it's just never coming out. Now that
But
3, on
that
the
3
other
though,
hand,
yeah. If he does get
yeah.
there, that 3
Oh,
is coming
and
out.
there's a
There's
call of the
Tenpai.
Hatsu. That is Tenpai.
Will Shaw come out? Nope, not
Yeah, and when they
from
see this many
Fumiya.
calls at the table, you're like, "Okay, I'm out of here. Forget this."
So there are no Shaws, and
Oh,
wow, he draws the
Sumo, Choi
last one.
Choi, double south. That is Mongon. Koshiro will be glad to take it. And, of course, Takayama takes the Kabri, the extra dealer payment. So that's actually going to flip first place. Koshiro, now in first, will be dealer in south too.
A massive draw with only that one tile remaining for him to draw. Otherwise, his only hope was for Takayama to get to Tenpai and have to throw that 3.
Well, you'd rather pay out the sumo than the roan, but especially to an open hand like that. But it's never ideal. Koshiro,
Some
though,
wind
will
in
be dealer. Oh,
Koshiro sails.
something's
Whoops.
happened.
Some tiles got knocked over. Lately the rules have gotten a little bit stricter on. I think we established before it was especially the Rin Shanghai getting exposed. Maybe nothing was exposed, which is why they seem to be continuing.
Yeah, so doesn't look like there was any foul or a quick raise of the hand, call the referee over. Of course, as mentioned, he's sitting right behind them, so he definitely saw it. 7, so actually a reasonably nice Sozu shape. The rest of the hand's not good, though. Speaking of not good, this hand qualifies. You just go Kokushi. I would just cut 4-pin. Oh, and
Yeah,
reaches for the 4-pin, thinks about it, throws a 4-cell, which is my second choice.
yeah, you might as well start throwing the dangerous tiles early and set yourself up for
Well,
possible
for
Kokushi
Kokushi,
or
but your backup plan is always Honitsu or even Chanta, and the 4s are just terrible for that.
right.
All right, we'll look at a Pinfu
How
hand.
does
This
it?
wants to be Honitsu
Oh,
now. I had this 4-6-8. Of course, the 4 is Dora, so maybe you don't brute force the Chinitsu, but you're at least considering.
oh,
Man, the Anko on the north. This is Ishanten
Or
for
outside.
Chanta.
What? Oh, did my? Oh no!
4-3. Well, that is an annoying draw. It is Ishanten, though, so you should go ahead and take it anyway. Well, that is the saddest draw imaginable. Just go ahead and Dama throws the Dora. That is always the problem with those 7-8 and 2-3 shapes that a Chanta / Junchan hand is when you draw the 6, you're just really sad.
sorry, my mic cut out for a second there. I was
And this 5 pair up means this is going for Honitsu now. 2-pin pair up, maybe move things towards a Tanyao. 7 so doesn't really do much, but does move it towards the Chinitsu, and we'll just deal in. This is just pay, nothing fancy. Says,
no,
get
no
me out of
Sanchoku?
here. Was there?
I felt like it was. Oh, you're right.
Nope, it was just pay.
Okay, I had missed. One of those runs was not making it as expensive as it looked.
No, because there would have been a Dora in there, I believe, if there were a Monzu 789.
Ah, okay. And Takayama
Just a
manages
cheap,
to,
sad hand.
yeah. As he advances the dealership, he's now only 400 points behind Koshiro for first place. And now
Yes.
Fumiya and Kochan are both below 30,000.
Fumiya, though, very close here. Has a Pinfu type M, a 79 Sanjiku later. 3 so a great draw. Maybe an Itu, maybe a Tanya. The South Anka. I say, when I see that 1-2 shape and the 3 is the door indicator, it is my least favorite shape in this entire game. And anytime I look at the hand that starts with that, I just stare at it for a while.
Right, yes. Feels like the gods have chosen not you.
Yes. At some point you go, well, this isn't going to happen. And actually moving a bit towards a Junchan hand. So speaking of those Chanta type hands, the 6-0 there again. The draw says you're not getting that Junchan. 5 as a floater is good here. You have so many Penchun, though. I feel okay. We'll cut the 9 pin.
The 1, 2, 3
Have
Sancho
Mon coming
perhaps.
back. 6, the perfect draw here
Perfect.
with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in Pinzu now. 2, this is actually Ishan 10 for potentially Rishi Pin Fudor 1. Haku doesn't do anything. 7 so upgrades the shape, connects with that floating 8 so. Shot is worthless, but you might go with the 2 so just to hold the safe tile, and does. 7 fills that Penchun. 9. Okay, we're kind of back. This is actually Tempai.
Tempai,
but I like the
not
4 a
greatest
lot
way.
more. Yes, I love the greed.
Nice call. Let's see how it pays off.
Well, it's one of those where it doesn't pay off that often, but boy, when it does, you have all the value.
You look like a superhero.
5, yeah, that doesn't do much, but it does accept Dora, and if you end up that route too, that's also acceptable. And actually, effectively, a Kutsuki, where you can accept Dora on one side, and of course the Chanta on the other. 6 pin doesn't do much here, just gonna get thrown. 2, with 3 1s out, I believe. Yeah, 3 1s out, the 2's a terrible floater. Perfect Ishunten with that 7 pin cut. 3 so doesn't do anything. Still in that Rian and Ishunten. 2-mon pair up. This hand has too many pairs. I just don't like the way that hand's moving. Now, I could have held this 1, interestingly. You think of anything that connects to that 1. But the problem is you have that same problem I talked about earlier. If you draw the 2, you're waiting on the door indicator.
There's only one more 8 of Pinzu left.
Oh, there's your
he draws the
Dora.
Dora.
Richi Dora non.
His turn as dealer. Probably the other player is going to be thrown in the towel here.
Takes the perfect Ishunten here. Would have hit Tempai if the 5 would have been kept earlier. 8 pin isn't it? It's 3-mon, 6-mon for Koshiro. That is
We
Dama,
could have some temptation.
Tempai on the 6-9. It's on the Genbutsu 6.
And he gets it.
No! Gets the sumo. I always feel bad when I don't reach my pinfus. Because that always feels like it happens.
That's the safety.
It is the safety. We'll go ahead and pick up the win, though.
And Fumiya, pushes himself into positive territory and just into first place.
Sumo Pinfu Dora into first place by 100 points.
Snag that reach stick, too.
Yeah, and that is the difference right now. Kochan will have some work to do in Southport, though. Fumiya, though, will get a repeat here.
Looking
Hatsu
to put
is the
together
Dora,
a
and we
win.
see 1 for the dealer. You always hope to see more than one of those dragon Yakuhai. I feel 1's always the very awkward situation. When you have 0, it's like, okay, I don't really care. I just need to be aware of it. We have 1. It's how long do I have to sit on this dumb tile?
Just sitting there in the way.
Speaking of, but that actually fits much better because that's a Chitoitsu hand. There were a bunch of pairs in there. This is a Chun pair, maybe call and go. Speaking of Chitoitsu possibilities, that's a 3rd pair. Another 2 so. Pay Onko. We'll go ahead and cut the 6. Maybe go Honitsu with this. 5-mon, very good floater. We'll go ahead and hold it. Force, 3, 3, 4, 6. You have another pair in there. Especially the 2 so out, it's not very good to hold the 3, 3 as anything other than the pair. 8 so. I mean, there's an Itsu in there, which is going to require some effort. I feel all 4 of these hands, none of them are good, but they're all frustrating. because they're deceptively close to something good. You're like, 1 or 2 great draws and I'm in business. And
There's
oftentimes my experience is you just never get those 1 or 2 draws.
just setting up for disappointment.
Tumon not gonna do anything. The shot, well, there's a
Oh,
pair. I think you just go for the Chitoitsu. I might have even considered cutting the pay for maximum acceptance, but does cut the 3. Looking for the possible Toy Honitsu upgrade. There is the pay. We'll see if it gets thrown. If it
does it
does
get
get thrown, whether it gets called. Nope, gonna hold it.
interesting? Kochan playing. Oh,
Oh, there's your
that's
Tenpai. That is
large.
Chitoitsu. Dora 2.
Not the ideal weight yet. Will he reach if he gets a better weight?
Is 4 so. 3mon is a little bit better. Monzu def look like the cheap suit here. 7, well, that's a nice little upgrade. I feel you don't ever reachy unless you're just convinced that it's going to come out. Because 6,400 when you're already in first like this is worth so much.
Going into the last hand, yeah, it's a lot of risk for marginal reward.
Even the 1,000 could just drop you into third place. Ooh, is that 8mon? No, it's 2 out. I was like, are we sure we're dropping that? Yes, we are. Waiting on this loose 7, and it's
Just not
not gonna
quite.
switch. There it is.
There it is. Ouch. Takayama
6,400.
waiting quietly just takes those points that Fumiya had been quietly accumulating.
Gets the
Oh,
home
I'm sorry, that's
ball,
Koshiro.
and Takayama over 40,000 now. Koshiro drops back down to 26.7. Has been bouncing up and down around the 30,000 line, but that one hurts. And Takayama saw all those 6 pins. The 7 has to come out at some point, doesn't it? And it did. Kochan now will at least have a better chance for third place, as Koshiro is now more within range, but would really like to get to 30,000. Will be dealer here, and I'll last.
Kochan's starting tiles. He's going to check to see that he has a full hand.
Yeah, being short tiles, especially as dealer, not a good idea. Whoa, just wake up with a Hatsuanko. The rest of the hand's a bit of a mess, though. Whole bunch of pairs here in Monzu, 5mon, 8mon, and 9mon pair. 6-so with a 4, 6, 6, 7. 1-so, and he connects to the 3. I guess you take it. You're not thrilled with it, though. 6-pin pair up. Might even go toy off of this. 4-pin pair. When I have
Another
4
pair here.
pairs,
And 2 of them Dora, or one of them, you can't have 2.
yeah,
Dora.
one of those pairs is Dora, which is 2 Dora.
Kochan will start pushing. Another pair.
Well, Kochan just needs to win the hand. Oh, well, that is another pair. Six, so definitely moving the Tanya route here. 3, so not going to hold the 1, 3. Decides the Haku's a better tile to have in hand. 2 will be kept as a floating tile. The 7, interestingly, can also be used as a 3, 5, 5, 7.
One away from
But you
Chitoitsu.
feel a lot worse about it when that 6 gets pulled. 1mon. Might be a 5 pin.
Interesting that this hand that looks sort of 7 pairs ish. He's throwing from the value tiles.
And there's the 5. It does get called. Says, well, the 6 is gone. I better call my 5s because it's pretty useless otherwise. Con. It moves the hand a little bit forward, I guess. But with the 5 pawn, not even going to bother with it. Now that is an interesting tile because that gives a possibly Peiko on Dora indicator. It's a terrible Chitoitsu tile. but it does give you toward a regular hand. And we're going to see a call. It's just now Kuski or double floater, a Shanten.
Kochan in danger of ending up with one tile. The old
Hadagatanki, one of my favorite
Hadagatanki.
hands.
The classic pro maneuver.
Oh, I did that in the WRL event just this last weekend where I had 4 calls to Honitsu Mongon. I said, I don't really care. I have Mongon. We're calling. Let's go.
Oh, and speaking of more difficulty, geez.
6. I mean, it's trying to move back to a regular hand, but especially with that 5 gone, you're not thrilled. You figure the 8's really good in the wall here. That's the hesitation, because it's by far the most logical cut to just throw the 8, but it's a wall read that it's just really good right now. Mon will be held as a floater, already has the Hatsu Anko.
Interesting that Koshiro did not take the cheap Tempai. He was not going to be happy with 3rd place and a under 30,000. He's looking for Toy.
Wants to get the Toy. 7. Well, that's kind of sad.
Still no Tempai for Kochan.
Well, there's your Dora. So if you had any question about whether going to Toitsu, the game has alerted you, and that's a nope I'm out.
Interesting how Koshiro has sorted his tiles. It's really, depending on what he pulls here and how he discards, it's really going to look like he's waiting for a singleton, which he really might be.
Just going to throw the 5 here. Wants the floaters.
All right, now he's got them on either sides of his Hatsu. Perhaps he's thinking about the
I feel
Hatsu
this is a which 2 do you want to discard? Because I think all 3 are acceptable.
Yes. Oh, still no Tempai for Kochan. Getting late in the hand.
Well, now you have to start thinking about, especially Kochan has to get Tempai here. When I'm in Anko the 8, I think the 5-mon cut is normal here.
I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, you've got. Wow, he's really committing to the all pairs. Still no Tempai for Kochan.
East does not feel good. You're like, there's one out. I'll hold as a safe tile.
Takayama is in the lead. Oh, the Torty. Oh, he didn't have Torty earlier.
There's your 4. But now you really wish you had that 8-mon back.
Oh,
And
ouch.
Kochan just can't get Tempai. This is absurd. Penchon filled, but this hand was already abandoned, so it doesn't really matter. It's still nothing. And this is the problem with outside tile. You might even just throw the 1 pin here saying, I need good floaters. There's the upgrade you were looking for. Back to Chitoitsu Ishanten.
1 away from ready.
I think you have to cut the 2 so just for callability purposes. You figure
yes, he
better
could
in
still
the wall.
call, yeah.
Yeah, because you can just call for K10 if nothing else. And Tempai payments at this point are very valuable. Because you figure Kochan has to keep Tempai. There we go.
What does he wait on?
The 1 is hell weight, but I think it's just such a disgusting weight.
It's
Because no one's going
disgusting
to
enough for him.
about if they do draw it.
He chooses it.
Tempai.
And there's finally Tempai for Kochan. So we have a battle between the Oya, who wants to get to
one Han and get out of here.
Somehow get to the end of this hand. And
Koshiro with actual value.
And waiting for a tile in the discards.
Right here, yes, that is the 1 pin that is missing. It is stuck in the hand and it's not going to budge. It's as long as the 1 person who isn't pushing for Tempai has it, and it's not in the dead wall, you figure it's going to come out. Unfortunately, for Koshiro, it is super dead. Oh, and the other Tonki would have hit.
Oh.
And you see the long pause here from Fumiya. It's how do I get Tenpai, and I feel when you cut the 5, you're just saying Ichi or nothing.
The last
And-
tile to come out from Kocho's hand, Kochan's hand was the 6. So he's got to think that 8 might be dangerous as it is. Oh, could we have a change here? Is that? He's already,
just
okay.
throws the Dora, says, I don't need this. And now the hand with duos, I guess it's safe then, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I made a draw, but the wall was over, I believe.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's one where I
interesting.
think that's not a penalty, but
Yeah,
we'll go
I'm
there,
still
team
surprised
fight.
there was no foul there. Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that's a warning, not a major penalty, though. But I didn't see any reaction from the
Right.
referee.
Just game over. And Kochan will have another chance. Kochance.
Of course, Koshiro now just needs 1 Han, and I'd still 2 Han with the 1 home, but there's no stick in the middle. Otherwise, this would be a lot easier. Oh, well, just dealer waking up with a Chunanko.
That's always nice.
Oh, that's a hand that you see
Except for
the
the-
right and it looks better, and the further you go left, the worse it gets on every consecutive tile.
The whole rest of the hand is just a lot. It's just a mess.
This is a slow Pinfu hand. This is a Haku, maybe just call and go.
Fumiya probably going to pull that. Pulling the white dragon? Yes, he
There
will.
it is. That is the call, and there's the go.
He's just going to try to escape with second place.
So now Ishan 10.
That's nice. Fills in a gap.
1 bad shape down, 2 to go. West isn't going to do anything here. Gets tossed. 9 upgrades to that to a Ryankan. Now could potentially reach you the 5 waiting on the 8. 1-1 pair up. Doesn't do much. Doesn't want to the Asanjiku eventually, but it's not easy. That's it. Oh, well, I just have to con. There's no reason not to. In JPLA, when you have a con option, you usually take it. Unless you have a very good reason not to.
Right. Certainly if it's an honors style like that, there's really no reason to wait. Unless you really need safe tiles.
Yes. 3-so, very nice upgrade there, but that's just Tenpai. Waiting 2-pin, 5-pin.
So good wait. Getting there before Kochan.
I'll take second. I'll take the positive second. It's fine. Not going to go for the extra foo here. Keeps the good weight, of course. Oh, well, that's just Tenpai. That is an easy reachy. And, of course, we see the foo out there and the Yakuhai. So this is Riichi Chun.
Unfortunately, boy, unless Takayama just runs out of safe tiles, I don't think either of the 8s are coming out from his hand. And one of them did get thrown as a discard.
Oh, there's another 8.
Ay.
So Fumiya definitely the favorite on this hand.
However, I feel like a lot of the 5s and deuces are already in other people's hands. And there it is.
There it is, and that's just it.
He manages to throw to the cheaper option, holds on to first place.
Deals in for 2,300. Of course, there's a Riichi stick as well.
But it's not enough to change the placements.
The stick in there, and Takayama first place with that 15.9. Fumiya in second, 8.9. Koshiro in third, minus 5.8. And Kochan, minus 19 after 1 game.
Tough break for Kochan. Oh, you've got advertisements.
Oh, hey, it's Garthe.
Look at that guy. Yes. There's no mistaking. Oh my, it's a whole advertisement of Garthe just being a little goofball. Wow, I did not realize they still had these things. Watch on OpenRec TV. Woo!
Also, Garthe is also saying that you can't watch any more of this broadcast without becoming a JPML superfan.
We do need to call attention to the fact that what you have watched so far is the free version of what's going on, and there is no longer any free version after this. The first game of these final tables will be free, and after that, you need to sign up for the JPML Superfan action. We don't have an ad for that yet, and I am
There's
not
a link in the
really
description, and also this
watching
broadcast
this.
will
So
go over automatically to the.
if you do look in the description, you can find out how to become a JPML Superfan there. And join us over at the other feed. This feed will be ending because there will just be nothing for us to be able to show here. And so if you would like to see games 2, 3, and 4, I believe we're going to have some other commentators joining us here. Thank you so much to Corak. It's always a privilege to speak alongside your masterful analysis.
Always good to be on commentary, and it's almost 2:30 in the morning, so I'm going to sleep. Good night, all.
Thank you,
All
Corak.
right.
I'm
Thank
live
you so
now as
much.
well. Yeah, thank you, Corak. We love having you on the JPML channel as well. Of course, amazing World Reach Pro. And I think, right, would you like to take a little break, Garth, as well? And
That
we
sounds
can
good for
be
me too, yes.
right back.
No.
Okay, so, yep, go ahead and everybody take a quick break. Move over to the paid stream, please. JPML Superfan membership will get you access to all of the paid streams. We'll have another one next week as well. Anyway, yeah, go take your break, Garth.
Okay, yeah. If you can find the links in the descriptions. See you over there.
Yeah,
And
this
taking a
stream will
break.
actually move you over there automatically, but you'll have to pay to proceed.
Oh.
Yeah, if you can't afford it, go ahead, take your break, Garth. Go, go,
All
go.
right, thank you.
If you can't afford it right now, we will have. You can watch some of our free streams. The JPML Select streams are always free. In the meantime, we will take a short break. Do not go away. As soon as Garth comes back, we will resume coverage. Also, the Japanese feed is now on commercial break, so we don't really have anything to cover for you exactly in this minute anyway. So see you all in a few minutes.